face to face.
A company of women have organized to raise public awareness and funds for the rescue and the restoration of women and children and young boys.
The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, just let me singing when the evening comes.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship Your holy name.
I saw firsthand the ravages of the sex trade and what it did to women and children and young boys. That modern day slavery is prevalent and it permeates our society, our cities, our nation, as well as globally. And God's love, His heart spoke to me and said He's responding to the heart cries of these women and children. And He's here to rescue and restore their lives. Walking Free at Solid Rock Church today is about bringing the light to this issue and also to bring a positive solution and response to this issue.
A company of women, a part of the Solid Rock Church of Sedona, has designated April 12th, 2014 as a Walking Free event, a fundraiser and 4-mile walk to raise public awareness and funds for those suffering from the injustice of human trafficking. This event is deserving of our support to speak for the liberties and justice for women and children, raise awareness as a free people, rid the insidious undercurrent of this injustice.
We at Solid Rock want to see lives transformed, and that's our call. That's what we do.
Well, during our tenure here in Sedona, being called to the city, we've always endeavored to change the spiritual climate of the city. And I think this Walking Free, called Walking Free to End Human Trafficking, is a real milestone for the city to do a walk in the town of Sedona to bring up the awareness of the human trafficking. And our whole ministry here has been to set the captives free. So this major part, I think it would actually change the spiritual climate here in Sedona as we get people on board, knowing that there are slaves and slave traders, not only in the world, but even in our state and in our city, in this country.
Dad owned a strip joint, and so I went and worked at his strip joint as a barmaid and a waitress and a hostess. And while I was working there, I would go over the Canadian borders and I would go and get strippers, and I would offer them more money than the other person to bring them over the border and to work for us. So I was working on both ends. I was one of the kids that went through it, and then I went over and I was trafficking the women, not even thinking what I was doing to these women. But God revealed these things to me. Once I became a Christian, I got to see the things that I had done. I got to see the things that I had been through, and I thought, Lord, what can I do? What can my part be to redeem all of this? And the Lord has opened doors.
It starts at a very early age, and people don't realize that. This can start in the household. And that's, the statistics of girls on the streets who are going into this. It started in the house. It started in the family first.
I invite you today to get involved, give a donation that will be put towards their rescue and their restoration.
Sing like